Hello, it is 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines, we have the launch of the tele-declaration and telepayment platforms at the CNSS. The heightened security at the headquarters ahead of the General Assembly, United Nations. Welcome to our newsroom. His Excellency Dr. Ahmed Rabil Abdullah, Minister of Health of the Republic of Djibouti, led a large delegation to the 68th sessions of the General Conference of the International Atomic Energy Agency in Vienna, Austria from September 16 to 2024. The Djibouti delegation also included Mr. Yassin Hussein Douale, Ambassador of the Republic of Djibouti to Germany and Austria and permanent representative to the international agency, Ms. Marie Natalis, Director General of the National Authority for Regulations and Control of the Rayonment Ion Zone, as well as representative of these authorities and the embassy. At the opening sessions of the General Conference, His Excellency Dr. Ahmed Rabil Abdullah delivered a speech in which he reiterated our country's commitment to the principles of the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. He condemned Israel's aggression in Gaza and occupied Palestine, which flouts all provisions of international law. On the sidelines of the General Conference, the Minister held a series of very fruitful discussions with the several senior officials of the agency, and in particular with the Director General, Mr. Raphael Grossi. The talks focused on the Radiotherapy Center project, a national initiative launched by the Ministry of Health under the leadership of His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh. The second day of the co-creation workshop of the Play to Learn project funded by USAID and implemented by McDonald was held today at the Sheraton Hotel. The session is dedicated to identifying activities for the project's third year, brought together key representatives from the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training, the Ministry of Women and Family, the National Union of Djiboutian Women, as well as other strategic partners. The day began with group works, during which participants were able to work on the work plan for year 3, based on the results of the first 2 years' activities. This work of consolidating, enriching, and designing sub-activities focused on the result achieved and the expected sub-results, enabling future actions to be aligned with the objectives of the Play to Learn project. During this session, those responsible for each activity were designated. This was followed by a plenary sessions to present the result of the group work. The participant said that the sessions provided an opportunity for each partner to set out their proposal for the third year, taking into account the challenges encountered in previous years. The day ended with the summary of the work carried out, underlining the shared commitment to the success of the Play to Learn project and the importance of the quality preschool education for all children aged 3 to 6 in Djibouti. This morning, the National Social Security Fund launched a new digital platform dedicated to tele-declarations and tele-payment in the presence of companies' directors. This project is part of the modernization of Djibouti's social protection systems with the aim of putting innovation at the services of the companies and employees. The launch of this platform marks a decisive step forward in the evolution of the CNSS services, which have always sought to anticipate the needs of its partners while adapting to essential transformations. Thanks to digitalization, CNSS now offers more accessible, efficient, and secure solutions for managing social obligations. The benefit of the new platform include simplified procedures, more secure data, enhanced protections and information and transactions, as well as reduced administrative delays and management processes. Deputy Director Abdul Qadir Dini emphasized that today marks a crucial step in the evolution of CNSS services. The participant said that this. Mr. Ismail Awlad Dirane said that the launch of these platforms marks a decisive step forward in the evolution of the CNSS services. which have always sought to anticipate the needs of its partners while adapting to essential transformation. Thanks to digitalization, CNSS now offers more accessible, efficient, and secure solutions for managing social obligations. Rubis Energy Company of Djibouti, in collaboration with the Directorate General of the Civil Protection, organized a ceremony this morning at the Sheraton Hotel to award Level 1 Civic Preventionist and First Aid Training Certificate to some 30 employees of Rubis Energy Company of Djibouti from various local stations and inland regions. These young people have followed a training proposed by the general management of the Rubis Company of Djibouti and dispensed by the trainers of the civil protections. This training aims at allowing the agents of the Rubis Company the gestures of first aid in order to better protect the installations of fuel as well as its customers in case of a fire or danger. The end of a training ceremony was attended by the Director General of the Civil Protection, Colonel Mahmoud Musa Mahmoud, the Director of Rubis Energy Company, Mr. Mohammed Abd Aden, Senior Executive from Rubis Energy Company, Civil Protection instructors and trainees. After the official speeches, the trainees each in turn received their certificate of successful completions of the fire and rescue training from the officials. For his part, the general manager of the Rubis said that these young people have followed a training proposed by the general management of the Rubis Company and dispensed by the trainers of the civil protection. This training aims at allowing the agents of the Rubis Company the gestures of the first aid in order to better protect the installations of fuel as well as its customers in case of fires or danger. The General Directors of the Civil Protection, Mahmoud Musa Mahmoud, said that these young people have followed a training proposed by the General Management of the Rubis Company and dispensed by the trainers of the Civil Protection. This training aims at allowing the agents of the Rubis Company the gestures of first aid in order to better protect the installations of the fuel as well as its customers in cases of a fire or dangers. A training and awareness-raising workshop on the harmonizations of refugee studies and asylum policy in the IGAD regions came to a successful close on Friday at the Sunny Hill Center in Arta. Exchanges in plenary sessions and small working groups helped to identify ways of improving the quality and relevance of training content on the management of refugee studies and protection. At the end of the 3-day workshop, the experts, IGAD executives, and honors managers and the technicians amended the good practices, exchanges, challenges, and coordination mechanism presented by the consultant IGAD on refugee protection represent a crucial step forward in promoting regional cooperation, strengthening refugee protections, and promoting durable, sustainable solutions for civilly displaced people. It should be noted that IGAD is carrying out similar works in all its member states with a view to a training and awareness-raising workshop on the harmonizations of refugee management and asylum policy in the IGAD regions. IGAD has a regional ambition to harmonize policies, legislation, and practices for the protection and management of refugees in the regions through more equitable asylum procedure in line with the integrated and inclusive protection enriched in international texts. Located in the Auda region with a watershed of 1,600 kilometers square in this fertile area is destined to become a major pole for sustainable agriculture in Djibouti and stand out as one of the largest watershed after the Wilima. Its historical importance for pastoralism and its development prospects make it a strategic site for Djibouti's agriculture future. Every summer, particularly after heavy rains such as this year's, had from the coast flock to the regions. For the region's nomad, Doda represents much more than just a grazing area. It is a place of survival and subsistence. The Ministries of Agriculture, in partnership with the World Bank and private investors, has launched a vast development program aimed at exploiting the region's potential, particularly in terms of fodder crops and water resources management. The project, which is currently underway, also benefited from the technical support of several experts, including Baragoita Said and engineers with in-depth knowledge of the regions and its specific needs. For his part, the engineer Bragoita Said, who is leading part of the technical work, explained the details of these initiatives. According to him, the Dora plane represents a unique opportunity to boost local agriculture through the introductions of new technologies and infrastructure. The Ministry of Agriculture, in partnership with the World Bank and private investors, has launched a vast development program aimed at exploiting the region's potential, particularly in terms of food crop and water resources management. The project, which is currently underway, also benefits from the technical support of several experts, including Bragoita and engineers with in-depth knowledge of the regions and its specific needs. Last night at the National Theatre of Saline, an evening of music was held as part of the International Day of Peace. The event brought together many promising singers from the countries and the region. The distinguished presence of the Director General of the National Agency for the Promotion of Culture, accompanied by the senior officials from the Ministry of Youth and Culture, underlined the importance of this festival in the local and regional cultural landscape. The large and enthusiastic audience enjoyed a rich and varied programs highlighting cultural musical diversity from traditional performance to contemporary compositions. Each performance added a new dimension to the celebration. It was a memorable evening that not only entertained but also strengthened cultural ties between the communities present. This musical evening will highlight artistic performance or inspired by the theme of peace. Singers and dancers will come together on stage to offer audience a unique experience embedded with the emotions and messages of tolerance and understanding. For the international scene, United Nations tighter security at the headquarters ahead of General Assembly. In the run-up of the forthcoming United Nations General Assembly, security has been stepped up at the institution's headquarters in Manhattan, USA. This year it takes place in the midst of the American presidential elections, which is already taking place in a very particular context. An impressive setup in the think tank wall of screens illuminate the room, showing dozens of the complex 1,400 security camera, door alarm, and emergency alerts. Computers are running at full speed, updating images of people sweeping their badges at the vast complex security gates. The annual meeting brings hundreds of diplomats from all over the world to New York for the UN General Debate and dozens of meetings around the city. In the aftermath of the floods that ravaged several European countries, including Italy, Romania, and Hungary, residents are busy cleaning up their homes. Thousands of buildings washed away, roads damaged, and even bridges destroyed. In Italy, Romania, and Hungary, countries ravaged by the floods caused by Storm Boris, the time has come to take stock of the damages and restore buildings. In the Romanian county of Galati, many houses were destroyed by the floods, displacing thousands of people. Now the waters have finally receded. The inhabitants, their feet in the mud, are busy cleaning up their homes and getting rid of the damaged furniture. In Italy, solidarity is being organized in Emilia-Romagna, the worst hit region. Volunteers come to the aid of residents affected by the bad weather. And this is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.